everybody, and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. Yes, again our delicious, highly intelligent, always adorable Kerbals to the moon, potentially further if it is as easy as you guys saying it is. But this particular episode, let's finish up the wonderful tutorials. So, we've got a couple more training things to do. Orbiting 101, which is something I need to learn, and then To the Moon Part 1. Let's see. Let's get this going. This training scenario covers the basics of flying spacecraft in orbit, blah blah blah. I don't need to read all that. I am more intelligent than this game gives me credit for. I thought the game crashed for a moment there. Alright, whoa, we are apparently in space. Really? Oh, isn't that so cute? And that is Kerbal right below us, aka an Earth-like planet. Welcome to the Orbiting 101 training program. I'm Gene Kerman, and I'm going to teach you the basics of orbiting. I assume you've already done the basic flight tutorials and are now ready to learn how to get around in space. If you haven't done them, well, I hope you know what you're doing. Let's get started. Orbiting is really nothing more than free falling. The only thing is that as you fall, you're moving so fast forward, you actually miss the ground. Interesting. Because up here there is no atmosphere to slow you down, you will continue to free fall endlessly around the planet without having to use your engines. I never actually knew that, to be honest with you. I've always never actually, now that I think about it, what did I think orbiting was? I just felt like it was the perfect trajectory around the Earth, I guess. I don't know, but it looks like our spaceship is actually falling right now, which is dangerous, I guess. No, it's actually, yeah, it's falling. Huh, weird. Anyway, you will continue to free fall endlessly around the planet without the use of your engines. We are currently on a low, almost circular orbit around Kerbal. To get a better view of your station, press the M key to go to the map view. Oh, okay, so this is the orbit. So we're probably falling downward because we're on the, I think this is considered an elliptical orbit. We go close to the planet, and then as we go around, we get further away, and etc., etc. Interesting. This is the map view. Here you can see your ship's position and its current trajectory around the planet. Use the mouse to look around and to see your orbit from various angles. Also, hovering over the icons on the map will display more information about them. Close the map when you're ready. So we can hover... What is this? Kerbal apoapsis? Apoapsis? I don't even know what that means. That's the orbiter. This just means periapsis. So this must mean like the lowest and the highest. That's my guess. Now I could be completely and utterly wrong, but this is going to be I'm going to assume that this is going to be the highest point in orbit, and this is going to be the lowest point in orbit. Alright. Good, let's get practical now. I trust you already know your basic spacecraft controls. Up here, they're very much the same, only that the lack of an atmosphere makes the ship behave quite a bit differently. Because there is no drag slowing you down, for every input you apply, you'll have to apply an opposite one to come to a stop again. I'm going to remotely nudge your altitude controls a little. Try to get the ship back under control afterwards. If you find yourself totally out of control, hit T. So he's going to nudge me out of orbit, essentially. I'm going to try and... Alright, let's see. Okay. There, you are in control now. Stop rotation using the pitch yaw on control. I suggest you use the navball to orient yourself. Alright, let's do... Try and... Oh god, I can't control myself. Let's see. Still rotating relatively rapidly. I love Jebediah is just enjoying the hell out of this. He's like, this is the best roller coaster ride I've ever been on. So when are we going home for dinner, Mom? I feel like I'm slowly... I'm going to pop on the SAS. I can't control it. And are we going to realign here, hopefully? Still rotating. I'm hoping the SAS does take control at the very least. Nicely done. Altitude control is essential skill for a spacecraft. Master it and you'll be well on your way. You could try this again. Let's try one more time. That was actually pretty horrible. Alright, so he's nudging us. Alright, so if I want to... Alright, let's see. I'm actually making this way worse. Actually, nope, there we go. Alright, and no, there we go. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. I just gotta tap. There we go. I did it! Yes! Awesome, I did it. Alright. Let's move on. Alright, okay, now let's have a look at the navball. Perfect. You've probably seen the symbol on when you were spinning around. Yes, I did. Here's what they mean. Prograde vector. It points towards your velocity vector. That is, it points to where you are going. Alright, so that's pointing to where I'm going. That makes sense. Retrograde vector. It points directly away from your velocity, which I don't even see on here, so that's okay. Prograde waypoint vector. It points towards your current waypoint. Apparently, if there's a waypoint. I wonder if I have one. I don't even know if I have one. And retrograde waypoint vector. It points directly away from your current waypoint. Excellent. So basically, to and away from pretty much everything. I'm actually curious. Can I zoom out? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's way bigger than I thought. So we've got... What is that? Minmus? So we've got the moon, Minmus, which is like another planet. Uh-huh. And then we've got a whole other solar system here that we can explore. You guys were correct. All right, we're going to go back here. So I'm happy with where we are. We are not Star Trek captains yet. Okay, now let's try something a little more involved. Open your map again. Okay. What we want to do now is go through some of the basic maneuvers you'll need to know. Let's try raising your apoapsis first. The apoapsis is the highest point in an orbit, and it's indicated by the node in your map. Okay, excellent. So I knew that. It was a good call on my end, rather. There we go. Let's zoom out. I mean, zoom in. So we're trying to raise it. Best place to raise your apoapsis is at the periapsis node, which is the lowest point of your orbit. If you hover over the mouse of the periapsis node, you'll see that you will reach in node in a few minutes. Once there, we will face prograde and burn. Press period to speed up time a little so we can get there faster. Alright, well, we'll do that. Okay, time is now passing 5 times faster than normal. We should be there in a few moments. You can control time warp with the period and comma keys, or click the arrows. Okay, so that makes sense. So we can do that. Warp 2, we can just like speed it up big time. I'm going to bring it down to warp 1 for a second so I can read this. This time I'll just put us back to normal time just before. Okay, so we can crank this up actually, and he should be able to get us there relatively simply. Alright, so out of training though, you'll have to warp time down to 1 yourself, so don't go too fast. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we are a few seconds away from the periapsis now. Time to turn, prograde, and do our burn. However, instead of closing the map, let's just bring up the navball here so we can see what's happening to our orbit as we accelerate. To bring up the navball on the map, click the little tab at the bottom center on the screen, or press the numpad period key. I'll just click on it. There we go. Perfect. Good. Time to do our burn. Turn the ship to face the prograde vector now. Turn SAS on if you need help maintaining stability. Remember, the prograde vector looks like this. Make sure the ship is pointing towards it before accelerating. So I have to turn. Let's turn the SAS off. Alright. Alright, so there we go. Alright, okay, so we are now turned prograde. I've engaged SES in order to keep her steady. Go ahead and throttle up. Alright, I'm throttling. Notice how the opposite of your orbit starts to raise as you accelerate. Keep thrusting prograde until it reaches about 800. Alright, we're going to just crank this sucker up. I don't see engines, so I'm a little nervous, but we are making it much larger. So that's good. We're about halfway there now, which is not bad. Can I crank this up even higher? No, it looks like we're about as low as we can get, or as high as we can get our thrusters, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So we are just basically burning towards, I'm assuming, Kerbal here. We're almost there. And there we go. Let's cut the throttle now. Hold left control or hit X to cut throttle immediately. X. Okay, excellent. I didn't know you could hit X. The more you learn. Oh, I should have just seen the throttle down here. Derp. Okay, well done. This is how you raise your apoapsis. Apoapsis, I think, node. With orbital maneuvers, pretty much everything you do will affect the opposite side of your orbit, so to raise the highest point, thrust forward or prograde at the lowest point. Similarly, to raise your periapsis, you thrust your prograde at the apoapsis. We're on our way to the apoapsis now, so let's just do that. Hit next and we'll warp time to get there quickly. He's cranking it up. Okay, we're on our way to the apoapsis node. Notice how your ship loses speed as we rise. That's because we're climbing away from the planet. So we lose speed as we go higher. Just as you would if you were climbing a hill back here on Kerbin. Ah, okay, that makes sense. The higher you are, the slower your orbit will be. Notice how the moon's orbital speed is around 540 meters per second, while yours is far higher. When we reach the apoapsis, we will burn prograde again to raise the periapsis node and circularize the orbit. Oh, God, I can't speak. Too many big words for me today. Okay, here we are. Same as before. Turn prograde and fire up the engines. and watch the peripherals rise. Alright, mind that we are probably turned the other way right now, so the prograde vector might not be visible. So, I need to do that. Oh god. Oh god. Let's see. Alright, we'll do a little of that. There we go. And we'll do a little bit of that. I'm just gonna use the nav ball here. Actually, it's kind of, I feel like this makes it slightly easier using the nav ball here, which is really kind of nice because it kind of like allows me to not be freaking out. Alright. This is what they want, right? Oh. Come on, slow down. Alright, come on. I'm rotating a little too much, that's the problem. Come on, turn. Alright, I'm gonna do that, and I think that's what they want. Alright, there we go. Till the orbit is nearly circular. I feel like not going so hot, actually. I'm gonna cut the thrusters. Maybe not. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Where are we going? Are we going towards the moon? Is that what we wanted? I feel like that is not what we wanted. Keep burning prograde until the orbit is nearly circular. I think I did something incredibly wrong, and I probably should be punished for it. Whoops. Using physics warp can affect the structural integrity. Be careful. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to hit the speed up button. That's all I wanted to do was hit the speed up button. And I'm gonna do that, I guess. No, I think I'm going the opposite way that I wanted to go. So we're gonna cut thrusters here, turn ourselves around, turn off the SAS, turn ourselves around, try again. We're gonna try going the other way though. Slow down. Okay, we'll do one of those. I probably didn't need to do much, to be honest with you, and I just overdid it. I probably just needed to leave it where it was. There we go. Let's try doing that. There we go. Let's try doing that and see what happens. No? Can we retry this? Oh, man. What happened? I'm making it completely worse. Alright, so let's cut thrusters, turn off the SAS, do a little turn action here, and try going side to side here. Do that, crank it up. It's still making it like much thinner. Alright, let's take a look. Where are we flying towards? Where's Kerbal? Let's try turning towards Kerbal here. Turn off our SAS module here. And we'll just turn towards Kerbal here. I have no issues just stabilizing ourselves ever so slightly. Come on, we'll just do one of those. One of these. Okay. Alright, slow down there, big Skippy. Stabilize. And let's turn ourselves slightly. Alright, stabilize. God, this SAS is a godsend, that's for sure. Alright, let's try doing it like that. Crank up our afterburners slightly. Alright, that's helping. Now if we just speed up time. Cannot warp faster than 1 times, we'll strip his throttle up. Alright, well, let's just do it like that, and hopefully this'll work. At the very least, I wonder if I could do this. Cut thrusters completely and crank it all the way up. Oh, nope, that's not gonna happen. Oh, I'm going into... Oh, God. Okay, well, let's see if we crash, I wonder if it'll let us restart. Oh, God, we're coming into really hard. Oh, we passed through the atmosphere. And, well, we have no sky yet. Why is it all... Oh! Okay. Well, that did not work out so well, did it? Alright, so I did the second part of the tutorial. I still messed it up, and I'm sure there's plenty of reasons as to why I messed it up, as you'll all be letting me know in the comments below, as tends to be the case. But I am not going to do the last part of the tutorial. The last part seems to be getting me to the moon, of which I want to leave that up until the actual gameplay. So next time you see this, episode 3, we are going to be starting to build our ships and trying desperately just to get into space first. And I have a feeling that itself is going to be a hell of a trial. So, without further ado, I'm going to be signing off here, and I will be seeing you all tomorrow for some more Kerbal Space Program. Hope you enjoyed. I know I did, and I will see you next time.